Okay, what's up, guys? We're back. We're back to the bench park. And we're gonna continue with the video in this series of goal achieving. Guys, let me tell you something. All this I'm sharing with you is something that I've learned and I have practiced through my life, and it allowed me to reach certain goals that I've reached in my life, like becoming a profitable trader, like coming from all the way from third world country in Africa to be able to live in the most beautiful city in Spain, to become a professional fighter, to get rid of my anxiety, to get rid of my anxiety, my lack of courage, and to get in shape. You know, all sorts of goals that a person wants to reach. This is what I'm sharing with you. It serves and it's good to reach any goal, any type of goal. Okay, and it's something that I've practiced through my life, and I know that it works. Okay, these ideas are not mine. Again, I've learned from different mentors: Bob Proctor, Joe Dispenza, Tony Robbins, some other mentors in the Arabic world. Now I've learned from everybody: Napoleon Hill, Earl Nightingale, and I'm just trying to put the puzzle together and uh, give you the full picture. Recently, I've been learning from different people that are influenced by more of a Stoic philosophy. I've been reading some Stoicism. People like Wes Watson. Yeah, these guys um, are heavily influenced by by Stoic philosophy, and at the same time they have some great results in life in their area of expertise. So we need to learn from everybody. Okay, let's not make this video long. What am I gonna talk to you today about is the process of goal creation. Okay, I want you to have a clearer picture of the goal creation. We'll talk about different things in the previous videos, but today we're gonna talk about simply about the process of goal creation, how it happens. Okay, so we talked about that goal C, that A-type goal. That A-type goal, we talked about it. If you didn't watch it, go watch the video. What is it? What is a C-type goal? What is an A-type goal? What is a B-type goal? How do you set goals? Okay, how do you actually set goals? Most people don't know how to set goals. You're just playing around, just playing safe, the same field. They never grow. Okay, so first it starts in your imagination as a fantasy. Okay, this is the first step. It's a fantasy. It's in the air. It's in your imagination. One of your highest faculties. You just imagine. You kind of imagine that vision, that C-type goal. Sorry, that A-type goal, that beautiful vision that you have. But it's kind of a fantasy. It's not clear. It's like a dream. It's like when you're dreaming, you have that dream, you have those thoughts, and it's not crystal clear. It's still there. The imagination. It's still in the. It's not clear. But that's how everything starts. But it should not stay there. You don't want to keep it there. It starts there. It starts as a fantasy. But then once you engage your imagination to create that fantasy, and most of us, our imagination is dormant because in school, when you go to school, the moment you start letting your imagination go and you're sitting in the classroom, especially when you're a kid, and you let the imagination go, when you start thinking about stuff, the teacher comes, hey, pay attention. You get punished for not paying attention. I mean, you have to pay attention to learn, but at the same time, you need to have space where you can develop your imagination. This is where everything starts. Most of us cannot use our imagination properly. Like our imagination is dormant. You can't create that fantasy. You find it hard to create a fantasy. So you're gonna have to practice this shit. Use your imagination to create the fantasy. To start thinking about it. Even when it's not very clear, you just keep playing with it. Okay? So once you have that fantasy, once you have that A-type goal, that beautiful vision, now you start moving it into a theory. Okay, that's the second step. So the first step is a fantasy. The second step is a theory. What does it mean? A theory is when you take that fantasy and you polish it, you make it make sense, you give it size, you give it place in your world, you give it place, you give it a size. Yeah, like you imagine when this thing happened with this, once you get the A-type goal, how would your life be affected as a result of you reaching that goal? See what I mean? So it's no longer like just a dream. Now it's a theory. Now, oh shit, if I reach this position, if I have this, if I reach this goal, oh, I'm gonna be this way. If I look this way, I'm going to be operating this different manner. Maybe I'm gonna have a different partner. Maybe I'm gonna be able to attract different people to my life. So you start making that theory with your reasoning factor. Now we're using one of our highest faculties, another one, which is the reasoning. Your reasoning factor is the faculty that you use to make sense of things, to calculate things, to put things into order. Now you're taking that fantasy and you're putting it into order into your life. You're fitting it into your life. And how would your life change once you reach that goal? Okay? So it's no longer just a fantasy that can disappear. Now it's a theory. Now it's something that it's precise. Now it's something that has ways of measuring it. You know what I mean? Example. Okay, let's put an example. Let's put an example with fitness, because with sports, because it's easy to understand. Okay, so fantasy could be, oh shit, you saw something in a magazine, you saw a great physique, you saw a guy that has, or a girl that has great physique, and it looks good, and you're like, oh shit, that would be so good. That would be something beautiful if I could be like that, feel like that. And you kind of imagine yourself in that type of body with that physique, and then you're feeling attractive and this and that. And it's there. It's a little fantasy that you have there. And you visit it from time to time, but it's nothing serious. It's just a fantasy. You think about it from time to time before you go to sleep. You think about it, and it's just there. But when you think about it hard enough, when you get serious about it, once you decide, no, I actually want to go for something like this. I don't know how to get it, but I want to go for something like this. Now you take that fantasy and you start thinking about it this way. Oh my god, I think my body type would be this way. I think I would look this way. I think the size of my arms would be this way. Oh my god, I'm gonna feel this way once I'm in that. I mean, if I'm in that shape, I'm gonna be feeling this way. Um, oh, this is what I'm gonna be eating. I'm gonna be having 4 meals. I'm going to be doing this type of exercises. I'm gonna buy this type of clothes because my clothes won't fit me anymore. And I'm train this hour and do this after work. I'm gonna work out. You start fitting it into your life. And you start imagining how your life would be once you're there, once you have reached that goal. So it's no longer a fantasy; it's a theory, and it's precise now. Now it's something precise, measurable. So once you form a theory, now, as we talked in the previous video, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy starts working in your favor. Hopefully, if you're aware. And now you take that theory in your conscious mind, in your consciousness, and you can imagine that the top of your head is your conscious mind, and the bottom of your head is your subconscious, then there's your body. Your mind is everywhere, it's in every cell of your being. Okay? But this is just an illustration to give you a certain order in your mind, because it's very important to have clear images in your head so you can understand better. Um, so you take that theory with your conscious mind and you focus on it. Now you're going to focus on it. Now you're going to repeat it to yourself. Now you're going to write it down in a piece of paper and you review it morning and evening. Every day you're gonna review it morning, evening, every day. Now you're going to think about it a lot. Imagine how would it feel? How would it feel once you reach that goal? And you're gonna review that picture and polish it and make it more specific and make it more clear. You have to make it more clear. The clearer it is, the better. So now, once we are here, you have that theory, the the law of perpetual transmutation of energy starts working in your favor. And I said, hopefully, because you have to have awareness. You have to have the right um, the right feeling about the situation. If you feel that this is impossible for you, it's not going to work. It's going to be working in your disfavor because you're not going to reach it. So, but you have to ask yourself a question. You have to ask yourself a couple of questions actually. The first question is this: am I able to reach this theory, this goal, this beautiful vision, this theory right now that is polished and clear and polished in my head? Am I able to reach it? Am I able to reach? If you study the human potential, if you study the human potential, you will find that all sources dictate that you have infinite amount of energy in you, that you can do anything. You can go to science and you can go to theology. These are the two sources of knowledge that we have. Yes, theology and science. I would argue there is a third source, but we talk about this in another video. Um, all of them say that you have infinite potential within you. You can do anything. Okay, you can do anything. Study that. Science said that if you hook up a human being to uh, to a country, the energy stored in that human being's physique can make the country run for a week. This is what science says. So you can do it. Yes, you're able to do it. You're able to put it out, but you have to study yourself, believe in yourself better. And we talked about this in a previous video. We're gonna talk about it later. This is the most important thing: is belief. Now, once you answer that question, once your answer to that question is a yes, now you have to ask yourself another question that is very important. Am I willing to do what's required? Am I willing to put in the work? And you have to be willing, you have to be ready to do whatever it takes. Literally, you have to be able to do whatever it takes to reach this goal. You know, when I decided that I want to build a multi-million dollar business and I want to build my personal brand and I want to connect to the world and teach and show people how I operate and how to reach their goals, how to reach their desired physique, how to improve themselves. I had to ask myself, am I able to do it? I know I'm able to do it. If anybody else did it, I can do it. What the hell, bro? Are you serious? Nowadays, you don't have a problem with that because if you want to do something, most likely you will find that other people done it before. So if that person did it, of course I can do it. What he has a brain, I have a brain. He have two balls, I have two balls as well. You know what I mean? But anyway, this confidence that I have in myself, this is a result of years of study, of improving myself. But then I had to ask myself a question: am I willing? Am I willing to put in the work? Am I willing to do whatever it takes? And then yes, I answered yes. I'm gonna do whatever it takes, and it takes for me to do things that I didn't do before, like these videos, like creating my personal brand, like creating my channel, like creating my social media, and many other things that I have to do that I haven't never done before. I don't know how to do it, and I have to learn how to do it. But I had the answer to that question was clear for me. Yes, I will do whatever it takes, bro. Are you serious? I'm gonna do what this is important for me. I'll do whatever it takes. Show me what do I need to do? Show me. I'll do it. So if your answer is yes to these two questions, then you're ready, bro. Then the law of perpetual transmutation of energy is working in your favor, and you're gonna start attracting to yourself whatever is required to the accomplishment of your vision. Slowly, slowly, with action and with the attraction you're gonna set, you're gonna start. You're gonna start getting ideas, meeting people, um, receiving suggestions that will lead you slowly, slowly towards your goal until it becomes a fact. And that's the last step. It becomes a fact. It materializes in your existence by the work you put in and by the attraction you sit in. And that's how you do it. So it's a theory. Sorry, it's a fantasy. It starts as a fantasy, then from a fantasy you move it to a theory, and then from a theory you move it into a fact. These are the 3 steps. This is the triangle. This concept I learned from Bob Proctor through his elite coaching program, thinking into results. Okay, and this is the lesson for today, guys. This is how it works. Okay, this is how it works. If you have any question, write me down in the comments. I encourage you to participate and share this video with somebody that is going to benefit from it, and ask questions if you have questions about this. I'm happy to help, and see you in the next video.